And good morning, folks. This is your old pal, Uncle Al. I had a good response. I had to search for some of your comments because YouTube's playing that game again. Okay, now, again, it takes 5 years to master this weapon. Now, mostly I use it for gardening and for fishing. All right, that's why I got this one. My old one, unfortunately, is down at the Wood Lake. Sank, so you could probably find it and keep it. But Wood Lake's pretty deep. Okay? 5 years just to handle the basic skills of it. A lot of channels do the flipping and motions and stuff like that. You have to know the traps, the blocks, the locks, the manipulation of the weapon to be effective. I've seen a lot of guys that I stitched up and they go to the ER because they cut themselves. I tell them, handbands and gloves, fingerless, and I still stitch up people. All right? A lot of people are total idiots with this knife. Okay? It's a good knife. I use it for gardening because I got a lot of vines and stuff and bigger plants. I use it for fishing because I like to fish and I like to remove catfish heads. I don't kill cats. Get that straight. Okay? But it's designed for urban defense and offense, more for offense. It can be used for defense, but it's very hard. Okay? Get that through your head. A lot of people say, this is great for EDC. They never carried one for 24 hours. Okay? It's EDC if you know what you're doing. And in some states, if you carry this, it's illegal. All right? You have to know what you're doing. You know, also if you're a black guy carrying this thing, guarantee you're going to get shot. Okay? If I carry it and people see it and they'll ask, what do you use that for? Oh, I go catfishing. Okay? Because Uncle Alan knows the laws. Okay? If you want to carry it, I have another one that I like to pick up. This one's a cheaper version, all metal one. If I could get like 20 bucks, I'll probably buy it and do a review on it. I'm asking for donations. Most of the donations I ask for is going for the food pantry and the food bank, my churches. We are not a big chain food bank. We're localized. And that's for only for church members and friends and people in our community. It is not for every Tom, Dick, and Harry. Okay? Sorry I strayed a bit. The other thing is, when I tell people you have to get the proper training, if you use any kind of edge weapon, it's good to get training. All right? Before you do any edge weapons or less than lethal launchers, you have to understand this. Less than lethal launchers, black powder, whatever, is good so many feet. You hold up your thumb, and if it's bigger than your thumb, you're screwed. Okay? If you see the person and he's bigger than your thumb, you have only 5 seconds to react before you die. Okay? Because Uncle Alan was taught the forefinger and the thumb method. Okay? That's a gunfighting skills, and if you ask, leave it in the comments, and I'll do a short video on it. The other thing I want to promote is Tommy Moore Barista Boxing Gutter Fighting channel. Okay, also see Krav Maga, Defendu, and Gutter Fighting. Now, Gutter Fighting has several channels that I do recommend. This will be listed down below. Okay, so please check them out. It's very good. A lot of people don't understand. 80% of martial arts is totally useless unless you have years and years and years of practice. Now, I seen a lot, like yesterday on my grandnephew's Taekwondo class, and I asked the person, "Did you train on concrete?" And he said, "Oh no, I know Brazilian judo and blah blah blah." And I asked him, "Did you train on concrete?" Because that's why Uncle Alan can't manipulate anything with his hands. And I heard all the time. Okay, what does concrete mean? You don't have the blue pad. It's boiling hot asphalt or concrete, and you get beaten the hell out. This is not like, oh, it's canvas. Oh, it's nice blue pads. No, you get thrown onto concrete, like in the real world, and it hurts. Okay, get that through your little brains. Okay, none of this like, oh, we're going to practice on grass. No, concrete. Or in the old days, hard wood. That really hurts. First time my first martial arts practice tool was a hard oak board with padding, sandbags, sheepskin, woolly side, and covered over that bull hide. And the idea is to break that board with your fists. So you keep pounding it and pounding it. Bruce Lee used to do that 30 beats a minute. I mean, he carried the little board with him and starts pounding on it. Not rabbit punch, 30 beats a minute, timed beats. 30 beats. And, oh, I forgot. Who was he driving? One of the friends of his told him he has to stop doing it because every time he does the 30 beats a minute onto that board, the car shakes. And it's a little hard when you drive like 70 miles an hour or 50 miles an hour and your friend's punching that on the dashboard and your car's like, okay, 30 beats a minute. Now, if you do that, you cannot move your hand after a couple of hours because your hand's like, okay? But once you punch somebody, and I'm not kidding, 30 beats a minute, you don't really like wind up or like, it's from here to about here, and you punch it all the time. Okay? If you get good enough, you could break cinder blocks. I know the cheater's way, and I also know the correct way. All right, folks? I'll leave you with this. Use your brains. And I'll be seeing you, folks. Hopefully I could get some gardening in, but I've been busy. And I got to prune more stuff. So I'll catch you later, folks.